You can't beat the classics.
All right, what's up, everyone? We got another trailer reaction here at You Can't Beat the Classics. We're keeping it going with more superhero stuff. But, all right, George is with me here. And, all right, this is a movie that hasn't been touched in a long time, it feels like. Like, if you don't know what we're reacting to, we're going to react to the new trailer for Morbius. Now, all right, we haven't gotten anything for this movie since pre-pandemic, I think. So I think we got a trailer for it in January, I think, of 2020. I might be wrong on that. I know it was before like shit hit the fan. I know that. And then it just kept getting delayed. Um,
Yeah,
so
the Morbius, also too, like it came out of nowhere, right? Like no one was clamoring for a Morbius movie. No one even
yeah,
really knew. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, by the way, bam, Jared Leto, bam, amazing
yeah.
score. Here's a dope ass trailer." And then whammy, the world died.
Yeah, and then stuff happened. We all know what happened, and so the movie ended up being pushed a bunch of times, and it looks like it has its final release date sometime in January of 2022. So I guess the time is finally now to drop another trailer. All right, George, you might have to fill me in a little bit, and maybe some of the people watching this on this one. So Morbius is a character that I don't know a lot about. Before we dive in, like, do you want to share what you know about Morbius?
So I don't know like all there is to know about Morbius, but I do know
Yeah.
that he's portrayed as like DC has Man Bat to counteract Batman, where he's just a giant bat, but he's
Mm,
actually a man. Whatever. This was to counteract that. This is the MCU's version of like Dracula. He's
okay.
gonna be their version of a vampire, and he fights with Peter Parker because obviously he's killing people just like Venom is,
Hmm.
and stuff like that, and Peter has to stop that. But like there's a few storylines where like he has a bride, something happens to the bride, and then Peter Parker just so happens to be around. It's like, I want to kill Peter. So like he and Spider-Man go back and forth, and there are some times where they team up and they fight together. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm also very interested in the fact that it's clearly tied to Spider-Man, because
Yeah.
they pushed it just beyond Spider-Man. Like they only push it when Spider-Man gets moved. So it's clearly tied to Tom Holland.
Yeah, actually, diving into this, something I've been seeing about. I obviously we haven't watched it yet. Something I've been seeing is that there's some debate as to where it fits in with Marvel right now. Um, Apparently, there's some references to like everything, everything, not just not just the MCU, but like all of Marvel. Like we're going back to like the Sam Raimi Spider Mans with this.
Yeah, I mean they're like giving us just enough to keep us interested, and I hope this trailer has at least something, right? Like granted, they're not gonna blow the top off with this trailer, right? They're gonna save that for Spider-Man. But
Yeah,
this one could at least allude to like a cool crossover or like an upcoming storyline, because now we've had two Venom movies, we've had two Spider-Man movies. We have how many more of these movies coming up? That it's time, right?
yeah. So it's time to just bring everybody together. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, yeah, like are you doing the Sinister Six or not? Because you've been
Yeah.
teasing it for almost a decade since the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like you've been teasing Sinister Six forever. Are we doing it?
Yep.
Are we not? I don't know. Give us
Yeah.
something here though, like I don't want who's the villain in this?
Yeah.
That's
That's a
what I
good
want to know.
question.
Who is the villain in this, or is it Morbius? Like I don't know. And
Yeah,
I know in my heart the movie's good because I don't think Jared Leto would do another shitty comic book movie.
right.
I don't think he would have it in him to
Right.
take
I
on a
mean, yeah,
shitty.
he made the jump from DC to Marvel. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, all right. Let's see. It's been a long time since we've heard anything about this, but all right, let's watch the trailer for Morbius.
Was that him flying?
You need a doctor?
I am a doctor.
Got him.
Mm.
I should have died years ago.
People all over the world have my disease.
I'm here to find a cure. We have to push the boundaries, take the risks.
If you're gonna run,
Do it now.
Okay.
People are strange
Dr. Michael
Nice.
Morbius, you've been missing for 2 months.
when you're a stranger.
Then you were found on a container ship that washed up off of Long Island.
Faces look ugly when you're alone.
What did you do to yourself, Doc?
Okay.
I know.
Ejectocito, cuz.
I went from dying to being more alive than ever.
It worked.
Not exactly. I have increased strength and speed and some form of bat radar. What else can I do?
Oh.
What the heck?
There are limits.
Oh, I saw Oscorp.
There's something inside of me. It wants to hunt and consume blood.
Michael.
When you're strange, faces come
Can you control it?
I don't know.
Half the city wants to kill you.
Oh, okay, the bugle.
We haven't had anything this good since that thing in San Francisco.
when you're strange.
Oh!
Control you.
You and I should stay in touch.
Oh, what? Dude.
I'd do anything to save a life. But I don't know what I'm capable of.
Oh my.
You save lives, you don't take them.
Oh. See you, lady.
Are you here to heal the world? Or to destroy it?
Huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Who the hell are you, man?
I know. I'm just kidding. It's Dr.
That was good.
Okay.
Bro.
Wow. All right, that was better, cooler than I expected.
This movie, if you don't go see this movie in IMAX, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. That movie was there. That trailer was so. I hated the music, by the way. Thought the music was garbo. But
Yeah, I'm like, is that the Doors? I think. Yeah, that's.
but like those graphics and the way like he uses all of his senses and they're color coded, I love it, dude. Love it.
Yeah, dude. Well, like one thing I'm wondering, I'm like, they reference like three or four things in there.
Yeah, there was a few callbacks in there.
Like, where does this movie take place? So, like, the first thing I saw is you see the Oscorp building, and that's from the Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see he's like I think the detective was like, oh, this might be more dangerous than that thing in San Francisco.
Venom.
That's Venom. And then you see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man painted on a mural on the wall.
Yep.
And you see Vulture.
Yeah,
and
man.
where does this take place?
I think we need Spider-Man. We need the Spider-Man trailer now, right?
Yeah, we need No Way Home is going to answer a lot of things.
It'll sink or swim Marvel.
Yeah, so it's like
Because Eternals is looking like shit right now.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. We're going to be talking about that probably
2 weeks
in the next coming weeks. But yeah, so like Morbius looks like it's like, all right, here's some breadcrumbs of what's going to come in January, but you're not quite ready for it yet.
I wonder if they'll do a third trailer for this.
Maybe. No, I was going to say you can't do after No Way Home because that's a month. That's a month after. That's a month until release. Maybe.
So
No, I feel like this is it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some of the lesser movies from Marvel got 3 trailers, but like the big ones got 2, and then they got, as they progress, like Endgame got 2 trailers, but then you got 2 TV spots too.
Yeah, I think you might see it. I don't think you're going to get another trailer for this because we're 2 months away.
Yeah,
But maybe like a tiny bit more after No Way Home. Maybe like some TV spots there, but
I feel like even if you're not a fan of Spider-Man, you're gonna have to go see it to get an end credit scene for Morbius, right?
yeah, it's like well, like yeah, so like No Way Home is like the movie right now to like set up everything.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and that's why like I'm shocked that Marvel's doing this. I'm shocked because they're gonna reset everything, right? They're gonna change the landscape of everything.
yeah.
And Marvel's like, yeah, go by all means, do that. So it's got to be a good plan. But like, if you're going into this like, I know a lot of people in the genre like vampires, they like the monsters, right? But if you didn't like Venom, like if you're just like I like Morbius because he's like a vampire, but you don't like Venom, that sucks because now you have to go watch Venom. You have to watch both Venoms. You have to watch both Spider-Mans. You might even have to go back and watch the trilogy and the sequels before this of Spider-Man. So if you like Morbius, you could be in for a 9-film investment to go see Morbius and understand it. Like, that's kind of fucked up to think about.
Yeah, you're gonna have to see three Spider-Man no, 3 of the Spider-Man films, the Sam Raimi ones, 2 of the Amazing Spider-Man ones, and all 3 MCU Spider-Mans, 2 Venom movies.
Dude, you're in it for 10 films to see 1 movie. And you know, the first person that comes to mind is Mario. Because Mario, our friend Mario, really likes Morbius. It's one of his favorites.
Yep.
But he doesn't really love the Spider-Man movies that are coming out now. So he's going to have to go back and watch all the Spider-Mans. He's going to have to rewatch the Sam Raimi's, he hates the Andrew Garfield ones.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to watch all that now. Like, it's either the most brilliant move of all time or it's the most devastating one.
Yeah, this is like a movie, like, you probably don't expect that either because, like Morbius is like, I mean, I'm not going to say obscure character, maybe for me a little bit, but, like, you know, he's not, like, the top name. So, like, to have a 10-film investment on, you know, this movie, like you said, it's going to be either, like, it's going to either sink or swim.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I know enough about Morbius to go into a movie and feel confident on what I'm going to see and whatever. Bro, I was not ready for either of these trailers. The first trailer I think is one of the best teaser trailers I've ever seen since the first Saw trailer.
Mm.
And then this one, the music was terrible. I didn't think they did such a good job with the music. They could only go down.
Yeah.
But the graphics, man, this movie is going to blow away Strange. It's going to blow away Endgame graphics-wise. It's going to blow away Infinity War.
Well, I think that was one plus side it had from being delayed. You know, a lot more time to work on it. So that's probably why it looks as good as it does.
See, man, I don't know. I think it was good even before. I think
it did look good before, but then I think this
movie, bro, I think they nailed it. I think they just nailed it.
Like, yeah, it looks really cool.
Like, look, you've seen 2 trailers, so you've seen a total of 5 minutes of this movie. And probably with duplicates and everything, maybe like 3 minutes of this movie you've seen. Jared Leto's Morbius. Jared Leto's Morbius.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see the whole film to know that dude is fucking Morbius. And, like, you didn't get that when he played the Joker. So that's, like, I'm excited. Like,
yeah.
Like, obviously, I like nerd shit, but I'm very willing to say that, like, Suicide Squad's terrible. Jared Leto clearly got the shaft there, and Marvel was like, bro, wait till you get a load of this. And then he's a natural, dude. And you know what? I hope if they're done with Tom Holland as Spider-Man, like the rumors are out there suggesting they're done with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I hope it doesn't reset the villains that they have, because they have probably the best villain casting they've ever had. Like, I don't think they've casted a poor villain yet for Spider-Man. You have Tom Hardy as, you have Venom. Fuck, I'm drawing blanks. You have Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio needs to come back. That was so well done.
I bet you he will. I don't know that for a fact, but I bet you he will at some point, because that's just Mysterio. Like, he's not really gone.
And, like, if they're done with Tom Holland, which I get why you would want to be done with him, right? Like, there's so many different Spider-Mans, and we're about to break the multiverse. Now's a good time to bring in Miles Morales, and it flowed. I just don't want them to make the same mistakes in the past where they get lazy as they get further into trilogies and whatever. Like the Sam Raimi one, the third one, they just got lazy. Lazy.
Yeah, and then they paid the price for that one.
And even in the fucking second rendition, the sequel, they just jammed stars in there, and then they told you a rom-com. It just didn't work. So, like, keep leaning on the villains, because I thought whoever Michael Keaton carried the first movie.
Yeah, he's a good Vulture.
He just carried it. I just hope they let Jared Leto do his thing, like Tom Hardy's doing. I just hope they keep it going. Like Carnage, bring Carnage back.
Yep.
Like, bring them all back. But either way, great fucking trailer, bro. Great trailer.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It looks pretty good. Yeah. So, well, yeah, dude, there's just more and more questions as to where they're going with all of this.
They gotta show the Spider-Man trailer now. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if tomorrow at like 8 a.m. they drop the Spider-Man trailer.
Yeah, I see him probably dropping it. Maybe they'll give some time for Morbius, probably, but maybe within the next couple of weeks, I would say.
Well, I bet you they drop it with Eternals.
They could do that. They could do that too.
Because they're all about breaking YouTube records. They'll drop it.
Well, and another thing too is, like, if Eternals if Eternals is not doing great so far and it's not even out yet, they might have to put something in to, like, get people in seats.
I mean,
maybe
it was just the critics review, and I guess the critics, like, the cast isn't worried about it. They're like, we wanted the critics to hate it, but the fans are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is still bold, because I haven't seen the fans' Rotten Tomatoes score yet. And
that'll probably drop this weekend.
Yeah. Stay tuned. I think Thursday we're going to be making another one of these videos for Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, when another trailer for No Way Home drops, we'll be doing that. All right, and then we'll probably be talking Eternals at some point too. I'm here. Yeah, so that's our thoughts and surprises on Morbius. Yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Where do you think this movie takes place? I'm kind of curious as to what everybody's thoughts are, because this trailer has a lot. But yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys for the next one.